Joseph was brought down to Egypt, and Potiphar, an officer of Pharaoh and captain of the guard, bought him from the Ishmaelites who had brought him there. And the Lord was with Joseph, and he became successful while he was in the house of his Egyptian master. His master saw that the Lord was with Joseph, and that the Lord prospered everything he did. So he appointed Joseph manager of his household, and entrusted all his possessions to him. From the time he appointed Joseph manager of his household, the Lord blessed the Egyptian's household for Joseph's sake. The Lord's blessing was on all he owned, whether in the house or in the field. So he left all his possessions in Joseph's care and paid no attention to his own affairs, except for the food he ate. Now Joseph was a handsome man. And in time, a day came when the master's wife looked at Joseph and said,
"Come to bed with me."
But Joseph refused.
Because of me, my master does not know what is going on in his house. He has put me in charge of all of his possessions. In this house, I am his equal, and he has not withheld anything from me, except you, because you are his wife. How could I do such a wicked thing and sin against God?
The master's wife kept pressing Joseph day after day, but Joseph did not listen to her. He refused to sleep with her and to even be near her. However, one day when Joseph went into the house to do his work, and none of the men were in the house, she grabbed him by his robe.
"Sleep with me."
But Joseph ran out of the house, leaving his robe in her hand. When the master's wife saw that he had fled, leaving his robe, she called the men of her house.
"Look at this! My husband brought in a Hebrew to make fools of us! He came in and wanted to sleep with me, but I yelled out loudly, and when he heard me yelling, he left his robe with me and ran out."
Then she put the robe aside until his master came home, and she told the same story to him.
"This Hebrew slave you brought us came in to make a fool of me, but when I yelled out, he left his robe with me and fled outside."
When Joseph's master heard what his wife said, he became furious. He took Joseph and put him in prison, where the king's prisoners were kept. But the Lord was with Joseph, showing him kindness and giving him favor in the sight of the prison warden. And the warden made him a supervisor and put him in charge over all the prisoners. The warden paid no attention to anything Joseph did, because the Lord was with Joseph, and whatever he did, the Lord prospered.
Now Joseph was handsome in form and appearance. And after a time his master's wife cast her eyes on Joseph and said, "Lie with me." But he refused, and said to his master's wife, "Behold, because of me my master has no concern about anything in the house, and he has put everything that he has in my charge. He is not greater in this house than I am, nor has he kept back anything from me except you, because you are his wife. How then can I do this great wickedness and sin against God?" Genesis chapter 39, verses 6b to 9.